Hi Explorers! Stephanie here with the Explorers Club. So today for our activity we are going to do a little bit of a science experiment to see what happens when we mix vinegar with baking soda. So for this activity we need some baking soda and some white vinegar. I have a small container so that I can pour my vinegar in as well. And then some food coloring. And then we need something to grab our vinegar with. So I have a pipette or a medicine syringe, works well to grab the vinegar as well. I've got a spoon just so that I can mix things up a little bit. And then a shallow container like this one, even a small sandwich container would work well. So depending on what size you want to use. And I also have some rocks that I'm going to mix into our experiment just to see what happens if I put organic material like rocks. You can even put leaves, grass, whatever you want to put into your science experiment. All right, so let's get started. All right, explorers, so the first step is to add our rocks or leaves or whatever you choose to put in, if you choose to put anything in there. Totally up to you. And then we need to add our baking soda. So we're just going to add a little bit on top of our rocks. Just like that. Perfect. You need to move it around with your spoon. Go ahead and do that. Then we're going to add some food coloring. I don't know if you guys can see, but I added some baking soda on top of my rocks. Now I'm going to add some food coloring to my baking soda and rocks. Just a couple drops here and there. Add some red, whichever color you want to add. I think I'm going to do blue as well. And maybe some yellow. Perfect. So now that looks like that. And now, whether you choose to use your syringe or your pipette, you're going to squeeze on the ball that's right here, squeeze, and then put the tip into the vinegar, and then let go of the ball, and that will bring vinegar inside of our pipette. See it right there? And now we are going to drop some vinegar onto our baking soda and see what happens. Can you see the bubbles that are happening? Here, let's try one more time. So when we mix vinegar and baking soda, it makes bubbles. Very cool. So what's happening here is that between the vinegar, which is also called acetate acid, or acetic acid, plus there's a little bit of water, so it's a little bit diluted. And then we have our baking soda, which is sodium bicarbonate. When these two mix together, they form carbon dioxide, which is also called CO2. They also form water and sodium acetate. So when we see those bubbles, that's the formation of CO2, which forms our bubbles that we see. And then usually after a while, once the baking soda and the vinegar mix enough, it'll form a liquid because we have made water. Are you guys ready to see that one more time? Here we go. Very cool. Look at all those bubbles, and then mixed in with our food coloring makes a nice rainbow of colors. So during this activity, we can also experiment with how much vinegar we add, whether we're using our pipette or whether we are adding a whole bunch of vinegar to it. What's fun about the pipette is that we are also developing our fine motor skills in using our pipette. So squeezing, dropping it in, letting go, and then squeezing it once again. And then we can just experiment with different amounts of vinegar on top of our baking soda. So that's what's one thing that's really fun about this activity, is to develop our little ones' fine motor skills. All right, explorers, so I hope you have fun with this science experiment. I would love to see pictures or videos of your science experiments, so don't be afraid to send me those via email, Facebook Messenger, and I'd love to see how your experiment went. So I hope everybody has lots of fun, and we'll see you all again next time. Bye for now.